Hello everybody, video here for you today. There is a ranch in northern Utah that's considered to be the epicenter of the strangest and most disturbing phenomena on Earth. Bizarre UFO sightings, animal mutilations, and unusual energies that have proven harmful to humans. The federal government tried and failed for 20 years to find answers, but now a new team of experts has taken over, determined to reveal the secret of Skinwalker Ranch. This is no cap recap of The Secret of Skinwalker Ranch. Season 5, Episode 2 aired April 30th, 2024. If you missed my recaps of The Curse of Oak Island and companion shows, there's a link in the upper right. During the season premiere episode, while the team was doing their helicopter experiment that produced evidence of 1.6 gigahertz frequency being blocked on the north side of the triangle, video cameras caught this white object on the left side on or near the ground traveling towards the triangle. On the right side is a UAP that a helicopter-mounted camera last season caught flying into one side of the mesa and flying out of the mesa on the other side, also moving towards the triangle. Caleb says it's the East Canyons area near this petroglyph that may be related to a portal on the ranch. Generations of people have talked about things going in and out of the mesa. Dr. Travis Taylor proposes that they transmit the same 1.6 gigahertz signal they have recorded during other experiments and also used in the test on the previous episode, into the point where the UAP flew into the mesa. And to have a receiver at the flyout point, which is too far to directly pick up the signal. If it's able to pick up the signal, that means the signal is going through a portal. Ben the biologist visits to give his opinion on some recently deceased animals. He says that some animals on the ranch decompose normally and some take way longer than they should. He says this starling, found dead a week and a half prior, should be a mummy or rotted, and it's neither. The insides are completely intact, except for this missing brain. The other bird that has been dead longer is in worse shape, but again has no rigor mortis and completely intact inside. Ben says that the scariest part, and another part of the equation, is that none of the multitude of scavenger animals on the ranch dragged these birds away, nor did they take a bite. He next examines what is left of the cow that died instantly 6 months prior and says there should be no soft tissue left after that much solar radiation hitting it every day. Ben also says an animal would have to be bigger than a wolf and have incredibly strong teeth to go through this rib and shatter the other side of it. He says if he tried that, he'd have broken teeth. He has not seen an animal in Utah that could do this. Ben is going to take the birds and samples of the cow back to the Institute to study them for more answers. It's time for the Mesa Portal experiment, and they set up multiple high-speed cameras at both the entrance and exit points. A drone with GPS tracking will also be flying back and forth between the spots. They also deploy an array of sensors to detect anything that might pop up. They were still setting up when Dr. Taylor gets this 1.6 gigahertz signal before the team began transmitting theirs. Caleb says it could be Morse code, and Dr. Taylor says it's more complex than that, possibly encrypted. And then he said he thinks it's two things talking to each other. The drone goes on a pre-programmed test flight, but there is communication interference right at the spot the UAP came out of the mesa. About that same time, the signal Dr. Taylor had been getting disappears. The drone loses all communications and performs the return to home protocol. The shot shows the gaps in the GPS data. The 1.6 gigahertz signal returns for a few seconds as the drone is passing through the area near the petroglyph. That is also where in 2021 the team discovered this anomalous spire during a photogrammetry scan. Principal investigator Eric Bard points out the GPS gap exactly at the spire location. The team starts the planned experiment. As soon as Dr. Taylor turns on the signal, the equipment at the out point shows multiple signals, and all turn off as soon as Dr. Taylor turns his off. On and off again yields the same results. Dr. Taylor again confirms the short-range transmission should not be able to be picked up that far away, especially through solid rock. They start the drone pattern again, and it has the same GPS gaps, but this time at the end of the flight path, before it turns back, it goes back and forth a few times in a limited area, as you can see here. Eventually, it begins behaving normally and flies on the flight path. Dr. Taylor is continuing to transmit the 1.6 gigahertz signal throughout. From one of the East Canyon high-speed cameras, the team sees this UAP right in the area of the large GPS gap. And from another, this rectangular object that appears to be entering the mesa near the petroglyph. From another, they catch these 4 UAPs on one video at the same time. And this one that looks like it's doing landing maneuvers right over the triangle spot, that when they examined last year's LiDAR drone data, they saw a circle with a black void in the middle, perhaps a portal. They will plan another experiment to try to reproduce all these findings. Next time on an all-new The Secret of Skinwalker Ranch, Season 5, Episode 3, called Dead in the Water, the episode synopsis reads as follows. A new investigation at the mysterious triangle reveals multiple UAPs before the team makes an unbelievable discovery in the creek that borders the southern region of the property. I'll continue recapping Season 5 and the earlier seasons of The Secret of Skinwalker Ranch if there's enough interest. And I'll definitely be continuing the Curse of Oak Island retro recaps of Seasons 6 through 8. All of the other episodes are already done and are in my Oak Island playlist. Also in that playlist will be the next Drilling Down companion show episode. And that is called Zeroing In and airs May 6th. And so I'll have that recap in there shortly after. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, like, and comment.